Friday to you. Farm Sim News is here, and we got a good one for you. Patch 1.9 has been teased. We got some fact sheets for Plains and Prairies. The mod wait times are back, and we got a couple more topics for you. So sit back and relax, and let's do the news. In a very interesting move, Patch 1.9 has been announced before its release. The post from Giants reads, Patch 1.9 is just around the corner. Get ready for new fixes, improvements, and more. Stay tuned. Generally, patches just drop. Sometimes partners know about them ahead of time, but they are usually a surprise. I will say that I think it's a great step forward to tease it like this, as it gives players that are experiencing issues a little bit of hope. There was no release date listed, however, with Plains and Prairies releasing in less than 2 weeks and the assumed first looks dropping in 1 week, I would guess we'll see 1.9 sometime early to mid next week. We'll see if I'm right. Speaking of Plains and Prairies, fact sheets are in for week number 2. We've got the Ford 1156 Versatile Tractor, the Versatile MFWD Tractor, and the GEA EL48 AD 7900 Slurry Spreader. Woohoo, what a name. There's also the Vaderstad Tempo K24 Planter and the Brandt 2500 DXT Auger Wagon. Not a whole lot surprising about the 1156. It's rocking a 470 horsepower engine at 12 miles per hour with a low cost of $171,500. It may not be a Colossus, but it's nice to have Ford branding for all platforms. The Versatile and GEA are a nice combo together, with the tractor offering between 300 and 400 horsepower, top speed of 24 miles an hour, and a cost of just under $260,000. It's a nice alternative to the Magnums and 8Rs out there, or a great complement to them. The GEA has one of the catchiest names of all times. I think we can all agree. I mean, GEA EL48 AD 7900 just rolls off the tongue. It's not a bad tanker with a capacity of 36,000 liters and a spread of 16 meters. However, it's quite expensive at $125K. Something even more pricey is the Tempo K24 Planter at $290,000. Capacity is great at 11,000 liters of seed and fertilizer together, though since it's a Giants model, I'm expecting about 8,000, maybe 9,000 of that to be fertilizer. Working-wise, it's got an 18 meter work width at 12 miles an hour and does all your standard planter crops. Last one's quite exciting, the Brandt 2500 DXT Auger. This bad boy holds up to 88,000 liters, making it one of the largest wagons that we've seen. Larger than a lot of the semi-trailers that we've got right now. Price is high, but not too bad, $171,500, and the suggested power rating is 500 horsepower, but to pull that, you'll probably be running something massive anyways, like the quad-track shown in the picture. These 5 pieces of machinery join the 5 that we got last week to make up about half of the total number of items coming with the Plains and Prairies pack on Tuesday, June the 3rd. Pricing is $10 USD and is available for pre-order right now on your respective game stores. The pack is also included in the Year 1 Season Pass, so you got that. All you have to do is download on the day of release, and you're good to go. Last week, we talked about how the mod waiting times were removed. Well, as of yesterday, they're back. Surprise! The waiting time for new submitted mods is quite a bit high at 24 workdays. That's about 5 weeks, 1 day shy of it. However, submissions for mod updates are still low at 3 workdays, and failed or resubmitted mods are at 1 workday. As always, these are just estimates, but it gives you an idea of why some mods take about 2 months to go into testing for the first time, and it does look like updates and resubmissions are getting through much faster right now though. If you downloaded the Supermarket Productions mod yesterday, you may have noticed that some of the new products haven't shown up in your game. I did experience this myself in my mod video yesterday, which you may have seen. The mod adds quite a few new fill types, and the game has a limited number that it will support. Any more than that, and they just don't load. Therefore, if you're using any other mods that add additional fill types, there is a chance that some of the ones that are included in the Supermarket Productions won't load. This is the reason that I was not seeing pig manure in my game yesterday, for example. And likewise, additional fill types from any other mods may not load as well. I can't tell you which mods to use or remove, but hopefully this at least clears some things up and gives you some understanding of why you may have been missing some products. Something like this would not facilitate the need for an update, maybe a note in the mod description, as the issue like this has just too many fill types added with mods that players use at a single time, and not an issue with Supermarket Productions specifically. Alright, let's talk about some new stuff. Agritono's finished up their Lizard Silver 3500, and it is now with the mod-up team awaiting testing. Assuming the current waiting time should be about June 25th before it goes into testing, if the estimates are correct. This seems like ages away, but hey, it's happening. Agritono also shared some insight into the customization options and features, which will have between a 401 and 550 horsepower engine Continental or Michelin tires with 7 rims, gas or diesel engine sound, bumper and fenders all around, raised or standard suspension with multiple axle widths, window tint, exhaust, headlights, interiors, and colors for everything. There's also 3 beds to go along with it. You got your standard truck bed, a flatbed, and a short service body. The mod is for all platforms, however, it's going to be a little while before it goes into testing. Weekend Farmers dropped a few images of their upcoming ITRunner Platform. They say it'll have a few special edition colors, including the Fire Brigade Red, THW Blue, and Municipal Orange. There'll also be a blue light option on the ITR trailer. These mods are still a work in progress. Squiggles has submitted an update on their LPS Post Office Production Pack with the version 1.1. Updated mailboxes, unload triggers, added indoor camera, animated steering wheel, and interior light on the Postal LLV, and reduced the engine volume on the Postal LLV. This appears to have been submitted yesterday, so should be in testing early next week. Additionally, on their XPS 8400 car carrier that did fail testing the first time around, but has been fixed and is back with the Mod Hub team awaiting testing. Celebuki's adding a new production to Iowa Plains. Pancakes! Oh boy, Yos is going to be happy about this one. There's quite a few items that you're going to need. First, you need maple trees to collect maple sap. There's a maple forest where buckets are placed for collecting said sap. Next, the sap goes to be processed in an evaporator, which is replaceable. You'll also need firewood for the evaporator, which you can produce in a sawmill or purchase at the market. Once you got your maple syrup, then distribute it to the pancake house and you are done. Something a little bit different, but hey, who doesn't love pancakes? And lastly today, Ica's Fan Modding's working on a case service workshop. So far, this is a decorative object with no interior. However, it does have a repair point for customizing and selling your machinery. It only costs $40,000. That's wild. I would expect $400,000. And it's got color options, so you could change it red or whatever. If you want to see more about this mod or anything else that we talked about today, links to everything can be found in the description. Remember, there's no release dates for mods, so no one knows when anything's going to be released. And if you like this video, you can check out the Farms and News playlist for all the latest news and top stories going on in the world of Farming Simulator. And that is it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, drop a like, get subscribed if you're new, and join DjGoHam fam. Double check those notifications, that way you never miss videos like this one. Hope you have an awesome day. Happy Friday to you, and have a great weekend. We will see you later. Peace. Speculation time. What day do you think 1.9 is going to come out, and what do you think's in it?